ain't got no oppositions. All these bitches in they feelings. But listen, who the fuck y'all talking to? I'm Alabama, get to know me, I might spaz on you. I'm walking in, it's 20 bitches staring, yeah, I'm cool. I know I smell so good, it's Baccarat, Van Cleef perfume. Yeah, treat me like your mama, drip me out of some designer. Ice me out like, boy, I'm wildin'. You know the type of energy, don't treat me like it's tender me. You better not be texting, treat your exes like they enemy. Just pick up when I'm calling, you know my body. Don't switch up when you got it, you know you got me. I'm riding shoddy, you right beside me, you feeling all up on me.
I don't want to get in the camera, but I am about to eat y'all up because I'm tired of people saying I don't know anything about rap music. I wasn't raised around rap music, I wasn't anything. So let's take a little. Then once I got a little bit older, this was another tour that I was on. It was Blink and Wayne. Every night I would watch the Wayne show when I was like 11 years old, 12. So here it goes again. Here goes my nails again in 2015. This was at my party in got your man in a chokehold.
I do not act like Lil Vicky. Do not play with me. Don't play with me. A white girl that wearing a wig is not Lil Vicky. Thank you. Never don't ever disrespect me like that.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you guys are new. Hi, it's Keisha. Nice to meet you all. Get in here because we've got quite a bit to get on into. Happy New Year, bitches. Hopefully it's a fabulous one for us all, okay? We've got quite a bit to get on into, so we're gonna go ahead and talk about Alabama Barker. Whenever I say her name, it feels so wrong. Like, I think it's because I have a British accent. Are you British? I'm pegging the guy at the back of the bus. Guys, my videos are not scripted. So the things that just come to my mind as soon as I press record is actually madness. Like, actually madness. I'm pegging the guy at the back of the bus. We're gonna go ahead and talk about Alabama Barker. I actually spoke about her once. No, I spoke about her maybe twice on my second channel. If you guys didn't know I have a second channel, that's okay. I didn't know I had a second channel until about a month ago.
This is crazy.
I'd be posting like videos on there that I just wouldn't post on the main channel, maybe be videos that are shorter, but either way there's content being posted on that channel, so I'll be sure to link it down below, and I'm sure it'll be on the screen for you guys right now. It's Keisha Uncut. It's a lovely time over on there. Subscribe, okay, cool. I really wanted to go ahead and talk about something that I've been seeing all over my For You page. But speaking of For You page though, I'm so into like Arabic music at the moment. I have no clue what's being said in these songs, but I'm just like winding my waist and just like getting my life, and I love that for me. So that was like my For You page, right? Just like Arabic music mixed with like I don't know, I'm loving like world music. I mean, as I should, right? And let me shout out 2 artists actually, because if I'm enjoying, you guys need to enjoy it too. So I'm gonna go ahead and put you on. Don't say that I didn't put you on, okay? I don't know how to pronounce it because I'm not French. Saint Laurent, I'll put a picture of him. He's fine ass on the screen. Eek! Let me stop it. And then his girlfriend Naika. I love Naika. She's a bad bitch. I just love these people. Never met them a day in my life, but like honestly, love their music. It's a vibe, and they were pretty much my whole For You page these last couple of days until boom, I came across a video of Alabama Barker, and like, you know when you engage with something on TikTok, that kind of becomes your For You page from that moment on. So like I like to post or whatever, and my whole For You page was people discussing Alabama Barker for a bunch of different reasons, including like the whole Alabama versus Bad Baby situation. If you guys have no clue what's going on, bitch, I don't even blame you. It's basically white girls fighting and bickering, and I was sat back, yes, reporting on it, yes. I had my popcorn, feet up. I was like, okay, bitch, tug, go for it. Discuss something else that people are talking about, which is the fact that they believe that Alabama Barker acts very black. Alabama Barker is trying to cosplay a black woman. She's blackfishing. She is trying to go down the same route as, is Kylie Jenner like a family member? I mean, technically yes, because Courtney is married to Travis Barker, but then Courtney's half sister is Kylie. I don't know what, can someone like, the calculation right now isn't calculating, because they're family, but I don't know the calculations. Either way, family member, let's say, or extended family. And I feel like she is going down the same route of Kylie Jenner. It doesn't surprise me, but I feel like we need to go ahead and get into a bunch of different things when it comes to this conversation. For instance, what is acting black? Please do let me know. As a black woman myself, going to a predominantly black school, I've definitely heard that, where people would say like the white girls at the school at the time, or Latinas, Asians, whatever, you name it, right, would be acting black. And I just always be like, okay, bitch, whatever. And like if I would stay behind to do like schoolwork or whatever because I actually wasn't like, oh my god, this is gonna sound so pick-me-sha, but I promise you I don't even mean it in the slightest way. If I was gonna be a pick-me, I promise you I'll literally put it on my forehead and tell you guys right now, in about 3, 2, 1, I'm about to be a pick-me-sha. No. During like my high school, secondary school era, I hated it down, by the way, but my parents really instilled education. Get your books, face down your books, no one else. And I really did that, and then like I did well with certain grades, and then other times, bitch, it was giving flop, and I didn't want to be in that flop era too long. So I remember my parents saying, bitch, stay your ass cheeks behind after school, and, you know, perfect your grades and work on it, you know. So I genuinely had to, and I remember just a few times staying behind, and like some of my friends who were black would be like, what are you doing? Like, we need to go. Like, let's go. And I'm like, well, you can go. And unfortunately, not even unfortunately, because education is important. Like, I'm not even going to do that. But like, when you're in school, you're just kind of like, bruh, I want to go home and like hang out with these people after school. Because lunchtime is not enough, clearly. And I'll be like, no, I had to stay behind. Just to perfect my grades and everything. They'll be like, why are you acting like this? I'm like, what? Acting white. Now, I never got hit with an Oreo. I never got hit with the Oreo chocolate. Yeah? It never gave Oreo. Even like calling someone Oreo is just like how ignorant can you be? I think there's a lot of ignorant people. I think this conversation can be very much broadened, for sure, but I'm only going to touch on it here and there, especially in relation to Alabama Barker, just because I think that's relevant for today's topic. But we can go ahead and touch upon other things and stereotypes in another video if you guys would like. To be hit with the, why are you acting like the white girls? I'm like, what? For wanting to get my education? Whoa. But obviously, like, during the high school, secondary school times, you're not gonna go your own way from your friends because, bitch, that's all you got. And like low-key, high-key, no shade or anything, but what is school if you ain't got no friends? Like, I'm not trying to be eating in the toilets, respectfully. But what the hell is acting black? I am 24 years of age and I still couldn't give you the answer. And then when people try to explain what acting black is, it's more leaning towards like ghetto, more leaning towards broken households, more leaning towards people who just have long ass nails. Like, hey bitch, how'd you wipe your nails? And this is not what I mean by long. I'm talking brrr, Cardi B, you know me. That's pretty much what people say. Or they say things like, you know, fuller lips, more curvaceous, you're giving body or serving body at the age of 12. I'm like, sorry, I don't know whether I should be nodding and smiling or whether I should be deeply offended. But either way, I kind of cringe as well when people prepare to like explain what acting black is, because I'm like, how do I take this? Should I be offended? But I don't want to be on offense mode. I just want to know what is acting black. And I tried to do some research and articles and I came across something very intriguing which we need to go ahead and talk about before we go ahead and talk about Alabama and what it is that she's doing and why it is seen as problematic. Now, I don't keep up with Alabama enough to know the whole law behind her, but I definitely have seen her quite a lot of times and I've seen her being discussed and people saying that she's a mean girl, she's not so nice or likable. Even Tana Mongeau, someone as problematic as Tana Mongeau, exposing another problematic person like Alabama.
Okay. She messaged me on July 7th, 2018, sent into my DMs first and said, hey, just wanted to say you're really pretty. Oh, how sweet. That's really sweet. You know what I mean? I feel like 2019, I responded and I was like, icon. She was like, we should hang. I was like, big sis, little sis vibes. You're so sweet. She was like, all the way. Thank you. So are you. Response to my story. So pretty. Who dyes your hair? We have to hang. Thank you so much. Like, I tell her who does my hair. I'm sending her voice memos. We're going back and forth. I need a manager in 2021. I was like, I'll find you a manager. I'm like, I'm really like out here responding to this girl. You know what I mean? I invited her to my birthday party. She like, is like, can I bring 15 people? Like my brother and fucking 83 people and plus whatever. I'm like, of course, we'll take care of you. Let's get you guys a table. Like, so you can hang out and, you know, like not be around everyone. She posted a TikTok the other day and someone commented on it and said, it's giving Tana Mongeau. And she responded back to their comment and she said, no thanks. Oof. No thanks.
Yeah.
No thanks. First of all, if looking like me is giving no thanks, why'd you slide in and say I was pretty? Why did you want my hair girl 17 times? Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, you were trying to give Tana Mongeau with the fucking blonde tape ins when you asked me who did that. So it's like,
I don't know.
And I want to give her grace because she's younger, but at the same time, one thing I've never been is that type of person.
I also feel like it's not really black women's place to do this whole conversation again because it feels like every other year we're talking about black fishers, yeah? Fishing in the sea, trying to act like something they're not. The last time I checked, it's like, what was wrong with being white? So that's why whenever these things happen where you've got white women entering specifically the entertainment industry and then changing their accent, and people even say the same thing about Ariana Grande. People say that she loves to do the whole switcheroo, buckaroo. 1 minute she sounds like this, the next minute she sounds like this. And people kind of troll her for like not knowing how Ariana truly sounds because there was like a phase, I think during like the Sweet Now Thank You Next era, where people truly believed that she was doing the black accent and she was basically trying to be something or somebody that she's not. And the same thing happened with Billie Eilish where she was on a live stream doing the black accent. And then even her own brother, her own flesh and blood was like, bro, what are you doing? Like this is not how you normally talk. So even he called her out for it. Plenty, a bunch of different people who've done this, whether it's appropriating, whether it's using African American vernacular English, whether it's just doing the whole black accent, whether it is blackfishing. But yeah, my thing is like, so I don't know whether it's like black women's, it's not that it's not our place, because I think it is. I think like if someone's gonna speak on it, it probably should be a black person. But like it would be nice to see white people kind of have these conversations and let another fellow white person know, hey bitch, this ain't it. Because it feels like sometimes it's just black women, and then it comes across as like, oh my god, we're always finding something to complain about, when it's like, no, not really though. And then if you compare and do it side by side, you can really see what's going on. And a new thing nowadays is people who literally don't like their pale skin, people who literally don't even like being white. You got some people that I even watch vloggers saying stuff like, oh my god, I feel so down, my skin is so pale. I ain't heard them words before, yeah, until social media 2 bloody years ago. You got people who are depressed in their vlogs, and I watch them because I'm fans of these people, right? I love to watch different people, vloggers, you name it, right? And they'll be like, oh my god, I need to go and tan. I generally feel like I look sickly, but you're white. This is how literally you were birthed into the world. Like, huh? Confused. I want to go ahead. I'm going to link down this article that I came across, which really is going to be helpful with today's conversation. I'm not going to read the whole article, but it literally says, how does someone act black? The first time I asked myself that question, I had just been told I was acting white because I read comic books and listened to jazz rather than playing football and listening to rap like the rest of my black peers. The idea of acting quote unquote white has plenty of colloquial synonyms. I hope I pronounced that word right. Oreo being one of them. Sorry. Why whenever I see that word, I need to know who started it. Like, who started it? White on the inside, black on the outside. I spent a lot of my childhood wondering if I was acting white. What did it mean to act black? Skin color does not inherently influence how someone acts. It is a physical characteristic like any other. What does it mean, for example, to act tall? Yet many African American youth do assign meaningless to blackness. Some only want to receive social approval from their peers, while others desire to be a valid and confirmed black person. These perceptions are confirmed by a study conducted in 2004 by Sandra Peterson Lewis and Lisa M. Bratton. The study, which was a reaction to the acting white slur, examined how black youth view the phrase acting black. In almost every case, the study uncovered negative actions associated with acting black. This goes back to the point of what I was saying. Usually when people say, oh my god, this person's acting black, and you ask them to elaborate or further explain, and it even is even our own people doing this as well, by the way, who will say stuff like, okay, this person just is acting ratchet. So what, ratchet just fully associated to black? Or people acting ghetto? Let's continue. Black youth associated acting black with acting like skipping classes, not completing school assignments, and being street smart rather than school smart. Acting white, conversely, means getting good grades. In 2013, a study by researchers from Howard University found that black middle school students considered striving to get good grades to be acting white. That study also found that students believed being intelligent or acting like a nerd and or geek was acting white, while living in a bad neighborhood or having a ghetto mentality were traits associated with acting black. While there are many factors at play that may be causing a disparity, the negative attitudes in education appears to be reflected in schooling data. Black students have lower average GPAs than white students. Black students are also more likely to drop out of high school and less likely to go to college than white students, both of which are decisions that can dramatically affect their future earning potentials. Most of the respondents of Peterson, Lewis, and Bratton's study associated with acting black behaviorally to speaking broken English like Ebonics, which is what I've noticed Alabama is starting to do, or general slang. These perceptions were directly associated with black youth possessing a lower view of themselves and their intellectual capabilities. Acting black, based on the study's findings, is nothing more than a race towards mediocrity. There is an expectation among black youth that these bad behaviors are the only way to be fully black. I definitely do agree with that. There's so much that we can go ahead and chime in when it comes to the specific article. Again, I'll link it down below because I think it's a really great one, and shout out to whoever wrote it, okay? And I think this generally is showcasing so many different things. For instance, you know, even some people who are black watching this, right? I'm sure you've been hit with the, you don't really give full black, or like you're acting white, or like, oh, I thought black people meant to act like this, or black women are meant to have like bigger lips, or like curvaceous, or this and that. It's like, no, this is just all stereotypes. I think that some people watching right now may be able to relate to that. I never felt like fully black enough, or never felt like I belonged. It's very interesting when we go ahead and talk about this again. I think that we can further elaborate in another video. But again, because we are talking about Alabama, we gotta stick with just Alabama. But the reason why I'm giving you this whole the whole rundown is so that you guys understand where people are coming from when they say that Alabama is literally doing too much now. She's speaking Ebonics, she's doing the whole broken English, when last time I checked, my good sister's from Calabasas. Like, sounding like she's from flipping ATL. ATL. Let's go ahead and find out a little bit more about Alabama Barker, because you're probably watching this like, who? Some of you guys might recognize her because she would occasionally be on, you know, the newer season of the Kardashians on Hulu. People may also know her from being Travis Barker's daughter. I always see this girl flexing, and I love that for her. Listen, if you're a Nepo baby, why hide it? Worst thing is probably a Nepo baby who tries to act like they're not a Nepo baby. Like, you just do you. I have no ill towards her being rich. I love that for her. I think we would all do it if we were in that situation. But also, if I'm not dreaming, hold on a second, wasn't she the same person who was like asking fans to like donate to like a GoFundMe charity cause for someone or something? I don't know, even though you're literally rich yourself, or you can literally go and ask your dad. Like, didn't Kylie Jenner do the same thing when her makeup artist, I think, got into an accident, but she was like saying, oh, if you guys can literally donate towards him? Why would we do that when you are literally a self-proclaimed billionaire? You know, it's just the audacity and cheek for me, but that's a topic for another time. So Alabama Barker was born December the 24th, 2005. That's madness. You know, anyone born after 2000 or 2001, it really just like messes with my head, you know, but that won't stop James Charles, would it?
That is all I have to say. I'm sorry.
Currently making her 19 years old. She was born and brought up in an upper middle class family, remember that, yeah? In Los Angeles, California. Alabama had been in the spotlight since being born and was already deemed a celebrity her first few hours on earth due to her parents' reality show. She was featured as a baby in the very last episode of Meet the Barkers and has been rising to fame ever since. So like, obviously with me doing like research and stuff, like checking out her content for the sake of this video, I'm nosy as hell. Why is she always doing a get ready with me at like 2 a.m, 3? I'm like, girl, where are you going? Is it not time to catch up on your Zeds and literally go to bed? Like, I get it. Some people who I guess are like late night, but then again, like, she's been doing it since she was like 16. Like, where are you going at 2 in the a.m? I just feel like I'm such an early bird that the idea of starting my day in the evening feels so wrong. But I'm very curious to know what you guys do. Are you guys more of like a night owl? Or are you guys like more during the day? Now I'm gonna go ahead and pull up a picture of her brother, Landon Barker, who is very much white and very much embraces that, as he should, because why would you want to be anything that you're not? For me, Alabama Barker looks very different. I think that she's someone who tried to grow up so quickly. It sounds very similarly to Kylie Jenner. I just don't get, I don't get why we got to do the whole switcheroo bookaroo thing. Like, we're changing our whole aesthetic now. We're changing our friend group from white to black, you know. And well, listen, if you happen to have black friends, you happen to have black friends. It is what it is, okay? Now, excuse my nosy ass for wanting to know everything, okay? But where did this group of friends meet? Like, that's what I want to know, okay? I saw a funny comment that said, instead of saying Alabama Barker made it out of the hood, Alabama Barker made it out of Calabasas, and I can literally not stop laughing. But it just feels like this is one big aesthetic. At the end of the day, she can wipe this all off. She can go back and be like, hey, bitch, I've still worth more than you guys. I'm living in a mansion. A penthouse, babes. What you got? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is all a facade when it comes to Alabama Barker. Now, she's a pretty girl. There is no denying it. Anyone who calls her ugly, I know you fucking lying, bitch. She's always been a pretty girl. I just kind of wish that she didn't feel that she had to do this. But at the end of the day, though, I'm talking to a young adult. I'm not just talking to an infant here. I'm not talking to a teenage. I mean, she is still 19, but she's a young adult, and she's someone who should be able to listen to certain conversations being had. As of now, anyways, it's proven that Alabama Barker can't get it right with her responses. And I mean, in this situation, she probably should have just ignored it rather than reacting to it and being a little bit mean. Okay, so basically there's this TikToker that goes by the name Kiara. She talks about like celebrities, exposes, all of that fun stuff, right? Like what we do here. And I don't really know too much of her content, but I've come across it here and there. And she basically spoke about Alabama Barker and Jodie Woods, and then basically spoke about how Alabama is doing the whole black scent thing and is appropriating, and she gave her opinions. And then Alabama reacted to it and zoomed into this lady's under eye, which is something that I think Kiara's expressed as an insecurity of hers maybe a few times, and Alabama was just being a little bit mean. The response was unnecessary.
When she had her black scent era. not me getting trolled by Alabama Barker like I'm Tana Mongeau or something. Literally last night I went to bed, apparently Alabama posted this video and deleted it within 5 minutes. I guess Alabama Barker first off reported my video, which I had to appeal and restore. Second of all, made that video of me, a still frame of me in a video talking about something. But I'm sure she was scrolling like, oh yeah, this one, her under eyes are really popping, look how ugly this non-nepo baby is, let me make fun of her face. And I guess the comments weren't really eating that up the way she expected, so she deleted it within 5 minutes, probably thinking I would never see, or maybe she initially intended for me to see. I'm just cackling at the idea of Alabama Barker scrolling my page trying to find an ugly still frame of me for this TikTok and being like, yeah, that bitch's under eyes are really pronounced in this. I think she's ugly, let me post this. I do think this is a hilarious circumstance. I also hate when girls who are very obviously like rarely seen without makeup want to talk about the aesthetics of someone who is not always into that. Like, we just have different aesthetics, but don't come for me and do a zoom in photo of me talking about something. Yes, I look overzealous and my eyes are wide and I have these under eye bags that I have to keep explaining to people. But I could just go like this. So why are we acting like we're going for the same aesthetic? Like a comparison is needed. Obviously that's ad hominem. I mean, I don't think I had said in that video, I think she likes a little bit of internet tea and a little bit of internet drama, and this confirmed it for me. She likes to get a little messy, which is fine. I don't think I said anything groundbreaking. I think she just likes a little stir of the pot sometimes.
She is now a rapper.
What's up, you gotta move up the roster. Spend the time watching me, I don't watch her. All you hoes make me sick, call the doctor.
She's wanting to do the whole rap thing, and good luck, Charlie. You're gonna love who you turn out to be. No, seriously, I wish her the best of it. I'm not gonna wish ill upon her. But what some of you guys might not know is that Alabama Barker used to be a singer. Check out this song. I mean, I hope I don't get copywritten. I'm gonna have to speed up the audio, but you know, it's giving, you know, innocent girl vibes. I'm singing about a boy I like. You know, I'm dressing my age, sort of, kind of. I don't know how old she was here. This came out 6 years ago. But some of you guys might not know that she was actually, you know, in her singing bag before the whole rapping. And if she stuck to this, then hey, it would be a different story, I guess. But this kind of sound works for her. Again, I'm going to roll the clip for you guys. But I liked it. I enjoyed it. It's cute for her age. Wasn't doing too much.
Do you remember summers together? Watching the starlight fade in the night sky. But things change, would it be different if I stayed? You still wanna work this out?
I find it a little bit bizarre how she didn't just stick to this aesthetic or this sound at least, because I do think it sounds good. Does she sound very young in this track? Yeah, but I do think that she actually does have a voice. Again, I'm not like a hater just for the sake of hating. I came across this funny comment that said, how did she go from Dixie Chicks ready to run to Flo Milli? Like that. The internet is undefeatable. Okay, but yeah, I feel like she could have stuck with this aesthetic aura, but she didn't, and she's in a little bit of a pickle. But I think that you should probably start by being yourself. I feel like, when did you sound like this? It's given very much, I love hip-hop, I listen to nothing but rap, which is perfectly fine, but it's given very much, girl, I don't even want to sound like myself when I'm literally from LA. I was raised very well, in a good area. I don't know anybody personally in my neighborhood. My own dad don't even sound like this. Where did this accent come from? I just feel like the rapping thing, it feels a little bit forced. Like, you know when someone's very passionate about something and they just have it in them, sure. But then you got people who are like, you know what? I ain't got nothing better to do. I'm rich. But from my parents, Shaquoin, I want to do my own thing now. And you can't blame someone for trying, okay? So she is trying, she's doing that, and she's having fun while doing it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you keep it stepping. That's perfectly fine. But I think that it's the sound that really is sending me. Even with the overly tanning thing, I don't care what anyone says. I think that's a little bit weird to me. At the end of the day, everyone's going to do whatever it is they want to do, but I do think there's something called overly tanning. I just generally do. I think there's something where you are generally just taking this to another level now. At least in these photos, she's going for the racially ambiguous look, okay? For me, I feel like it's giving more trying to look mixed race as opposed to black. I do get the blackfishing conversation. I do definitely understand it. For me, I think as of now it's giving a bit more mixed. But what do you guys think? Like, let's be honest, in this photo it's giving, oh, she's a biracial girl. Hey, it's like the TikToker mentioned, I do think Alabama is quite a little messy girl. Hey, I live for the mess and drama too, okay? And I won't deny it. But I think that Alabama sometimes acts like she's above it and that people just stay reaching for her when it's like, girl, you know what you're doing. And I think that she actually enjoys these conversations. It's very similar to Kylie Jenner when she was doing the most blackfishing and then hung it up flat screen after 5 years. Oh no, girl, who we kidding? It felt like a whole decade, a whole lifetime at this point. And, you know, she's back into her white girl era. Looks very white, not ambiguous. Doesn't look like she's trying to cosplay as anyone, but just generally looks like her. And I think the same thing will happen to Alabama. Not just yet though. I know people are now saying, isn't it very interesting who she hangs around with? If it's not Jodie Woods, aka Jordan Woods' little sister, then it's like other black women and stuff. And why is it that she's always getting her hair done, you know, doing lace front wigs and everything? I don't think wigs only belong to black women. You'll be surprised how, you know, oh, what movie was I watching the other day? There's this lady who constantly, like, she never has her natural hair out. She's always doing like lace wigs and stuff. She's like this really popular white actress. I can't remember, but there's so many. You guys will be so surprised. So I'm not even going to link that with just it being a black woman thing. People who literally have alopecia, people who have cancer wear wigs. Like, it's not just a black people thing. Okay, so on Google it said the invention of the lace front wig. It all started with ancient Egypt. To understand the lace front wig, let's go back to when the first wig was invented in Egypt around 2700 BCE. Affluent Egyptians fashioned wigs to protect their scalps from the sun. Lace front wigs today. Lace front wigs today. The modern lace front wigs come with Lace front wigs today. The modern lace front wigs comes with so many advantages and unique features. At first, people were only wearing lace front wigs because they were easily styled, allowing them to explore different hairstyles. However, this is changing and many women are now exclusively opting for lace front wigs for several reasons, including ease of wear and blendability with the scalp. This shift happened in 2016, when the first 360-degree lace wig was created. It also meant that women could wear completely detachable ponytails. Lace front wigs have also evolved in terms of versatility. For example, it was impossible to engage in activities like swimming and exercising with the traditional lace front wigs, but with the modern lace front wigs, all this is now possible. Well, kind of, because one time I did that, girl, the glue I used on that lace was madness. The lace looked like something, I can't even finish that sentence, babes. It was awful, okay? So, I mean, sort of, kind of, but I guess if you... Okay, let's continue. But with the modern lace front wigs, all this is now possible. As a result, many people are now opting for these easy to wear wigs instead of more invasive procedures, like adding hair using surgical methods. You would be surprised who is wearing lace wigs. Even men are wearing lace wigs. People are like, oh my god, why is it that she just loves black men who literally look like thugs? Sorry? And people are like, oh my god, even the men that she dates, it's just like she's trying to be about a certain life that she's not. Like, what happened to just like dating, you know, prim and proper men? Why is she always trying to go for the ones who look like aspiring rappers? Do you know what? I said this before, and I said this in the Sky Jackson video, and I also said it on the video on my second channel. I said that you will find a lot of these prim and proper girls who were raised in, you know, very fabulous darling neighborhoods are people who are attracted to, respectfully, men who don't even know if they're going left or right, or men who literally don't even know what they want from life, okay? That doesn't have to always equate to black men, by the way, so let's not do that. These people who are saying that why is it that Alabama Barker is going for the men who literally look like thugs or look like they have no education and basically just fully ignorant, I think it's also like this thing, this fetish. I think there's this fetish that a lot of people have. A lot of rich girls have this thing where like they rather go for like the quote unquote bad guy, the one who's on the streets possibly, or the one who is gang affiliated, because it feels like exciting. It feels so different from their own lifestyle. But the thing about Alabama is, at the end of the day, whether she truly likes this type, I think that she does. I think that she does, and I think that she's so heavily obsessed with like the NBA young boys, and she talks about him all the time and how she loves hip-hop, drill music, whatever. So this doesn't surprise me one bit. I don't really care who she dates. I think at the end of the day she's doing whatever it is that she wants to do. Even in regards to the blackfishing thing, she's going to do whatever it is that she wants to do, but she should also be ready for people to call her out on it the same way they did to Kylie Jenner. There's no reason why you shouldn't be called out just because I'm 19 or I just turned 19. Wasn't Kylie around the same age when she started doing the whole blackfishing thing? When she tried to make it her whole personality trait? And for those of you who will say, oh, leave her alone, she's just a child. She's not 19 months old, she's 19 years old. Old enough to know better, so let's not do that. And also, low-key, high-key girl, weren't you the same person who was dragging Kylie Jenner when she was 19 because you felt comfortable enough to do that and because you felt like, she deserved to be dragged for it? So what makes it different now? I would love to know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. What do you guys think about Alabama? I think that she is, at the end of the day, just a nepo baby who is living the nepo baby life. Did you guys see what she got for Christmas? Bitch, I'm nosy as hell. Oh my goodness, the designer, I'm like, girl, I'm gonna have to clap. I stood up and clapped. I was like, yes, period. Like, I don't hate her at all because I don't know her from anywhere. I think in the next 10 years, she will look back at this and understand where we're coming from. But I also need you guys to understand, this is just like one big gimmick for her. This is just like a costume for her. And that's the thing about a lot of white women in this situation. It's just a costume for them. It's a facade for them. When the cameras are off, bitch, I don't give a damn. And yes, I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.